everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are outside of the range. Yeah, we can see just over the sign over there. Yeah, this is as it says, a home, leisure and garden centre. It's advertised that if there's anything you need, you can always find it at the range. So I need a new EDC because everything is, I'll show you in the next clip after this what I did have and what I've actually got to go now. EDC. I live in the States, I live in the UK, so I've got £30 and I'm going to see what I can get out of the range. Okay, so I'm going to go into the range now and then I'm going to see what I can actually get with my £30. Okay, so I'm now back from the range. So I did in my head spend £28, but when I actually got the tills, it actually only came to £23.35 because there was a 75% discount on something which was already 30% discounted, which I didn't actually factor in, but I didn't know about. We're going to turn the camera around now and see what I bought for the £30 for my EDC for the next month. So let's have a look. I'm trying to film inside a Premiere at the moment, and this is meant to be a work lamp. And it's just not staying up. How are you meant to do work when that thing just keeps falling down? It's going to stay now, that's why I said it. Right. So what did we get? So the first thing I wanted, which I recently, the 40p watch, which I'll show you now. You see on that the strap. I don't think I've got a picture of the strap actually falling off, but every time I knock it, the strap just keeps coming off. So I'm getting really annoyed with that watch. I did buy it only for 40p from Wish, so I needed to replace that. So that was my first thing on my mind. So a bit of the biggest part of the budget went onto the watch. You can see there, it was £10, but this was the item which was on the 30% off. So I bought that, so thinking it was only going to cost me £7. But when I got to the till, it was £10.99 minus 30%, took it down to £7.99. Then it gave me a further £5.99. reduction on the watch as well. So actually the grand total of the watch only really cost £3.99 or £3 I think it cost in the end. But it's got an alarm, water, it's water resistant because I use swimming and jumping in rivers and that sort of stuff. It's also came with a lithium battery. I have set the time. I haven't taken it out of the watch yet, but the time is actually working. All the functions are working on it. And when I looked at it, it said if I used the functions, what it said on the box, the battery will last 18 months. That is turning the light on once a day and having an alarm on once a day. Who's going to do that? Right, the next thing we got for the EDC was the wallet. They didn't have any wallets there. All they had was card holders for £7. So again, that was a big portion of the budget. I didn't really like this, but that's all they had. So that is what I had to go with. Yeah. Then needed some sort of ignition. I did like these. These are windproof lighters, and which I didn't realise until just about to film it. They're refillable as well. So I've got 2 refillable matches. Pens. The only pens they had there were these 8 retractable pens. Sorry, that cost £1, and these pens cost £1. I walked around for ages trying to find some knives. I found some really bad knives. I didn't really like the look of them. But then I came across in the DIY section. We've got the 13-in-1 sort of multi-tool, sort of like a Swiss Army sort of knockoff. Armtec, or Amtech is what they call it. It's got quite a few things on there. What we've got bottle openers, scissors, fish scaler, nail pullers, mini saw, knife, nail cleaner with reversible file, scraper, lever puller, lever repair. Anyone ever used a lever repair? One of these, I'd like to know, put down in the comments. Phillips screwdriver and a corkscrew. So we're going to give that a bit of a test. It's also got a keyring sort of thing on there, but it's UK legal, so it doesn't lock. Because recently I have been using my true utility knife, but it's now come to a dead end because one of the rivets or the screws is falling out of the back and just cut a little bit of rope of all things. So it doesn't lock in anymore. The blade isn't that sharp sort of thing. And the scissors, I did struggle even cutting a pair of nails. I've even cut my nail with these scissors. Even hair, you had to get just the right angle to cut hair, so I didn't really recommend it too much. The best bit about it was the clip, but the carabiner was also backwards as well, so it's really, really hard to get off. So overall it cost £6, and so that's the knife, so that's what I'm replacing. So we're going to replace it with this one for now, but it's about the same size, sort of lengthways, but thickness wise is a lot thicker. So I'm not going to really put these on the keys, on the key ring, because it's going to damage the keys holding inside the car, where this one actually did fit in the key ring quite nicely. Like the other thing as well, you saw, I'll put a picture up now, I used to have a true utility lighter, but that sort of failed the first day I used it really. It said it's waterproof, put it in the water, tried to light it, and I had to wait 4 or 5 minutes for actually to sort itself out so I can use it again. Then the fuel ran out really quickly, and then suddenly the wick sort of broke up, and the fuel, I only used it about 4 times out of the 3 months I had it, and it sort of died on me. So that's why I replaced it with those lighters. Torch, I didn't have a torch in my old kit, sort of small thing. I wanted something small and light. This is a USB charging keyring keyring lamp. It's got 3 function on it. Yeah, so I have tested it. So we've got 100%, which we've got on there. That will last for 2 hours when fully charged. Oh no, that's 50%. That's 100%, lasts 2 hours. 50% lasts around about 8 hours, it said. And then we've also got flashing as well. And to charge it, you just slide it down. There's a little slider somewhere on the side, I think it was. Yeah, it opens up the USB, and it takes 15 minutes to charge it. So not a bad little thing really. And then the final little things we've got. I get a lot of things stuck in my teeth. I don't like it. I looked for ages for some proper toothpicks or thing. Couldn't find it in the end, so I found some dental floss. That was £1, and some toothpicks for like 80p. Got 100 in there, so I can just put 1 or 2 of those in my wallet, and we can get those out. I did look everywhere for Bonjela because I suffer a lot with ulcers. Yeah, so I thought that's all. I always carry that on me anyway, but I couldn't find any of that, so I decided to make do with that. The last thing we needed is a key ring to hold all this stuff on my keys, because currently my keys are a little bit sad for the wear. We've got a pen on there. We've got the keys. We've got a pen. I've got some cord. I always carry cordage with me, the accessory cub card, and it holds a little carabiner. It does have one of these true utility rings on it, which used to have the knife, which are actually really, really good. The best thing about the true utility things were actually the decent ring pulls they had, and they said they came free. So I actually really, really like those. So we need to find a key ring, and the only key ring they had, I looked everywhere, were these novelty sort of kids ones, which had a clip on it, which I think I'm just going to take this apart and just use that as a standard key ring. Okay, so that was that sort of stuff we've got on there. I did forget to say how much a couple of things were. The mini pocket knife was $3.99, and the rechargeable lamp was $4.99, and the key ring was $1.99. So that was all the stuff, and I said it came to a grand total of $23.35 for all those EDC carries from the Range. But I did say during that little bit I didn't like that stuff, so I went to a different range. I'm now in London, so that was bought from the Norwich range. I popped into the London range last night, and I see if there's some kind of things I could possibly change or swap out. I spent another £12.98 in doing some swap outs, but in the mixture of that I also saved some money as well. There, so take it right down, because I did have £7 left, but I swapped a couple of things out, so therefore it may save even a bit more money. So we'll show you what I've got now. Okay, so this is the other stuff that was left. So the first thing I swapped, I found a whole load of leather wallets. So the last one I did have was this one here. This was at $6.99 as just a card holder. So now I have a whole wallet, and it only cost £5. So I saved £2 already. So now I've taken my total to savings down to £9 from £7. Yeah, so that was that. Next thing I swapped out was that pink fluffy keyring, which unicorn, which my daughter loved. So she asked when I finish the video, can she have it? So she can now have this now. Attached to a bag. and I found these key rings, and these only cost me £1. So unlike the other one, I got a carabiner, which I really liked. So I got the carabiner to clip everything onto, and I used to have one of these fish clips on there until I snapped the very back bit of it. And that was really handy, having a bottle opener, not for bottles of beer, for bottles of Coke, things like that. And now we've actually got a bit of a whistle, which I didn't have in my last EDC. I've now got a whistle as well. So I used to wear that paracord wristband, which is now on my buoyancy aid for the water season. So that's where my whistle is. I don't actually have one on me. So that is that. So that only cost £1, and the last one cost £2. So I saved another £1. So it's £10 I saved now. So I had £10 left to spend. I realised I had some pens, but I didn't have anything to write it on. So we got a notebook. Paying for a notebook. I always needing to take information down, and it's like yesterday I was at the shop trying to ask permission to film, and I had to write it on a scrap bit of paper and put it in my pocket. So now I've got the notebook, which is just there. And the last thing, because it's getting quite hot, we're in a heat wave in Britain, with like 30+ degrees. I saw this thing here called an ice towel. What you do, you soak it in water, you rinse it and squeeze it out, and then shake it for 5 to 10 seconds. And then it reduces the temperature of the water for about a few degrees in this thing here, and it lasts for 2 hours. And I think it said it lasts for 2 hours once it's wet. So and it's also washable for 30 degrees. No tumble dry, no iron, that sort of stuff. But I thought it was quite a nice little nifty thing. Wear the bandana, neck thing, head scarf. When I'm out in the woods and do that sort of thing, it's quite nice just to keep yourself cool. So that is all that. So that old tool there came to £12.98. For all 4 of those, but bearing in mind I saved £2 on that, and I saved £1 on that, so actually everything together only came to £27. So I'm £3 under budget, so I'm quite happy with everything on there. Okay, so I've just set everything up. So now here's my new car keys. I've only used the ring pulls on which I've been issued with. So I've got 3 keys for the house, the car keys, the torch, the ring pull, and the whistle. I haven't tested the whistle yet. Yep, there we go, and the bandana is on there, so it does actually fit as a bandana. It's not too bad really. So we've got the wallet. I've just managed to put everything into my wallet. There's a few things which I didn't put in there, which didn't fit, like a few scout cards, but all of my bank cards, my ID is in there, a little bit of change, and some other little bits of receipts I need to keep are in there. I just need to put one of them in there. I've undone that, so they will just sit in the pocket. The knife, oh there we go, the lighters. Let's see what these say. Oh, look at that, there's a little rocket flame. Is it windproof? No. Do you know what? I just blew it out. A little bit. It says it is windproof. Right, I just literally just blew a little bit. Let's try again on the video. Ready? Yeah. Okay, so blowing it keeps it on, but it might help a little bit of window. So we'll see. We'll soon find out on that one. Try. Yeah. So we've got those two. Got a couple of pens. I wonder if they work. Let's have a quick look. Let's get the notepad out. Try and do this one hand. Yeah. Blue one works. Green one works. So we'll just put that notepad in there and just put one pen in my pocket with the notepad. I can't get the watch out yet because it's got a little clip on there, so I thought what a proper test for the knife. So we're going to get the scissors out and see if I can cut through that. Okay, so I've got the scissors. Can I cut through the scissors? With one hand, probably not. No, okay, let's try a knife. Okay, got the knife. It comes fairly sharp. So let's see if we can cut this open. Put a lot of force in this. Oh, there we go. It's open, yeah, so it's cut through that. So overall, it's quite heavy, but it's got a few things. Let's just move this stuff out of the way. Oh, it's got a few things, it's not too bad really. I'll probably use a few of them. A lot of the stuff I probably don't use. Like most things when you buy these things, but they're there when you need them. So, but It's quite sort of handy. It's got a keyring. Well, I'm not going to be putting this on a keyring because that little ring there is just not strong enough to hold on to anything. So that will go in my pocket when I can carry it. Bearing in mind I am in London and they are really, really anti-noise in here. So I've got no need to carry it on where I'm going today. So I'll just leave this in my car and only take it out when I need to use it. But it's always handy to have it. And now I've now got my watch, which is upside down. I've got the watch, so I haven't had a watch on for a few days, which has been really annoying me. So now I can actually put the watch on. Okay, so that's it now. So we've got everything on. The watch feels quite good on the wrist. It's a bit like a G-Shock, same size of a G-Shock. I did put the ice rag around my wrist to see what it was like to carry, but it's too big and bulky. So that will come out when I'm out in the woods. That will be like an everyday carry for when I'm out in the woods. Sort of on there, or sit inside the car. But for walking around the street, no, I probably won't be carrying that. Everything else is in the pockets, fits in quite nicely. I am wearing some cargo trousers today, so they fit in a lot easier. If I'm going to be, like tonight, I'm going to the theatre, so I'm wearing trousers, so I won't be carrying half the stuff I carry around. Sort of because it would be too uncomfortable to actually wear the stuff. But that's it. I'm going to test this now for the next 30 days, over the whole month of August, and I'll get back to you in September to say how this all fares. And what I might do, I might look at another shop chain and see can they do any better. But until then, it's better to be one with wilderness than to fight and struggle. The next video, I'll see you then. Bye for now.